Zanster says I'm doing my stoic exercises so I don't cut my throat if I lose. Oh no. Poor Zanster. Goblin in the chat. I will hit at 5'10 with 2 mortals, 12 charge lots, 1 stalker, 1 adept, oh, and a prism. I will have 32 workers. Just the BM is fantastic. This is why I wanted to cast Goblin. Alright, Zanster's ready. We're on our way. We're on our way for game numero uno on Acropolis. Alright, in the top left corner, the man himself, the myth, the legend, the goblin. Not the green goblin, just the red goblin, though. That's kind of unfortunate. And in the bottom right, the Blues are playing for Team Sidestorm is Zanster. Good luck, enemy, says Goblin. I adore this kid so much. Good luck, friend, says Zanster. Oh no, we have unrequited friendship. Unrequited? Unrequited? Interesting relationship. Oh. Frenemies. Frenemies, dude. Frenemies. What you're looking for. Alright, well, Goblin said he's gonna pull a Marjorie in the chat. He's gonna do a very sharp immortal timing. We shall see if he's gonna hold true to his word. I honestly expect him to. It's a very powerful build that seems to befuddle most Zergs in how to hold it. Or if he's gonna mix it up. Time will tell. If he stops at 32 probes, we'll know. Alright. Off gas here. Go Nexus. Minute here when he gets the monies. Followed by a cybernetics kill. Continuing to do normal stuff. Hatch gas pool for Zanster. Nexus before core for Goblin. Basically what you'd expect out of any stock build order. Super weird. Second gas for Goblin. Show me what you got. The real tell is going to be when the Cyber Core finishes here. What gets plunked down immediately for the Goblin himself? Potential's finished up. Just getting queens, some lings for defense and injects, and all these nice bits and bobs. Lily says, buy ice cream in the chat. It's too late. There's a 3-minute delay, Lily. By the time you told me that, it was already gone. And also, I have no cash. Because that still requires cash. Well, there is the robotics facility. Even before Warp Gate starts. For Goblin. See, he's still continuing to chrono workers. See here. Getting up to 27. First couple links for Zanster are coming out. They're going to probe. Starting his third as well. Probe around, see what's what. There's a stalker in the gateway. Or in the little gap to hold the door. There's an adept on the way. I'm going to guess that this is, in fact, Marjorie. Goblin is true to his word here. We're going to have a very short game one way or the other. There's the Immortal. At 32 probes. No, he's going past that. Templar Archives as well. Okay. Well, he stopped at 34. He's continuing to probe, so this is something slightly different. It is at least a variation on a theme. Continuing to probe past this. Going down that gateway. Zanster at home starting his lair Very fast Slayer here. And those spores as well. No, it is going to be a Dark Shrine here from Goblin. So yeah, something has tipped Zanster's hands. Probably just the probe saturation. It's probably as simple as that. What can he see from here? Can't really see probe saturation too well. No, but he can see that the Nexus is continuing to build probes. That's a nice little bit of information. So you can see the Nexus flashing and is building probes. Warp Prism's out. It's going to give vision on the high ground now. So Goblin can snipe off this Overlord. Not any further vision. Gas is being taken as well. Yeah, so now Zanster, if he wasn't sure before, now he 100% knows with these two gases being added on. There's the Roach Warren. This nice little wave of lings there, just in case. Lair is finished. No spore at the natural or the third. Up two Immortals. Oh, this is going to be gnarly. These two Immortals are going to dive in. And there's going to be a Warping of Dark Templar underneath them as they get juggled. This is going to be nasty. Alright, let's see if Zanster is ready to hold this. His Roach Warren's just about to finish as this attack hits. He's still droning. He doesn't have even anything in the production tab. There's 7 drones fired up as well as Roach Speed. This and a Forge at Home for Goblin. So he's going to continue to macro out of this. He's not super all in on it. Yep, there's the Warping of Dark Templar. They're going to fork off to the third base. Still no detection up here either. No Overseer. Only a Spore in the main. Immortals coming up here. Start picking off Roaches so easily. I believe they 3-shot Roaches. Yep, there's no detection up here. These Dark Templar have free reign. They're unchecked. They're going to be able to kill whatever they please. We're going to continue to just cycle these Immortals out. Try and get on top of them. You're going to be able to kill this hatch in time. There is... Okay, here's the Overseers. Now they're going to morph into Archons and recall home. They both escape, I believe. One does... No, okay, one did die. One did make it out alive. Just barely. But still, there are Immortals to deal with. This is not over for Zanster. He's got to find a way to get on top of this Warp Prism and really stop this pressure from slowing him down. Third being replaced. He did lose his third. He didn't lose a ton of drones. That queen. Yeah, these Immortals are going to continue to put in work. Be picked up, dropped off. Picked up, dropped off. Things really got to try and stay underneath that. Yep. Chrono and upgrades, adding on production for Goblin at home. He's got his third finished. He's starting to saturate. Yeah, the Goblin is in a just beautiful position here. He's up a base. He's up he's slightly behind in worker saturation, excuse me. But he's gonna have a much better economy than his Zerg counterpart in this game. There's a Spire on the way as well as +1. Where's Zanster? So he might try to swap into Mutas. My brain can't word good for a weekend casting on weekdays. Alright. Guess they're gonna try and pop around. These are still... No, he did get speed, excuse me. I just couldn't see the little flappy wings there for a second. Popped off from... Okay. What ifs? Alright, Goblin moving out to think about a push now. He's gonna shark around, make sure Zerg's not out there. Try and get a drop. Overlord's over here. Oh. It's tucked in the corner. Alright, yep, Goblin's gonna try and shove out again. He's got his Warp Prism. And this is the trigger. Zanster has his little run-by ready to go. He's gonna get right up in this grill. Forces a Warping of Zealots at home. That's something, yeah. And Goblin has to turn around. Hesitating a little bit. He hesitates before moving back across the map. I don't think he has enough here to deal with this. Zealot goes down. It's just an Immortal and a Stalker versus a sizable chunk of Roaches, and they're just gonna dive right into this probe line. Meanwhile, Goblin's army continue to push forward. Gonna get on creep here. Warping of Stalkers to accompany this. And here are the Mutas. No shield batteries or anything here. Surprise, it's Mutalisk. There's really only a couple Stalkers. No, there are Archons behind us. They're just trapped behind the wall. Got a Warp Prism. And now we have a Slugfest. We're just punching each other in the face, and we're gonna see who taps out first. Goblin right up in the natural, killing all the probes. He's gonna get this natural as well. He does have the ability to recall. It might still be on cooldown. Yes, it is barely on cooldown from that recall of Archons earlier in the game. Zanster's going to be able to barrel in here. Get right in this mineral line again. Killing off probes left, right, and center. Meanwhile, Goblin. Base racing it. He's going to get this lair for sure. Get the spawning pool. Continue to fight. Fight, 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 fight. Zanster bringing the drones with him too, just in case this, yeah, this is a true base race. He wants to be able to throw down some buildings to keep himself in this. Trying to fight this. I think the Archons are going to hold the ground forces. There are a lot of roaches joining up with us now. But fighting up this ramp with these roaches into Archon Immortal, not going to be great. You're just picking off the Stalkers, but they still have to find a way to either evade or deal with these Archons. Neither of these things mutas are particularly great at. 51 probes killed, 30 drones killed. Alright, there goes all... Oh, okay, there it is. GG. Goblin wins it in a gnarly base race. Game number 1. Okay. For game number 2. There it is. Kairos Junction will be map numero dos. Alright, both players are ready. We're on our way. Goblin has the Roddy portrait because Roddy's a huge Goblin fan. I am now too. I'm a huge Goblin fan. This has been a fun series. In the top left, up 1 in the series. Red Protoss. He's Goblin. The bottom right, fighting to put a point on the board. The blue Zerg, it is Zanster. Zanster also seems like a really cool dude. I have not interacted with him terribly much. He seems like someone that I would, along with, well, kind of a similar sense of dark humor. And a love for, like, weird intellectualism and alcohol. Basically my checklist. Things I look for. And a friend. Alright, Goblin throwing down. Gateway at home. No cheeky cannon rush. I just want a cannon rush, you guys. I've done all qualifiers and I haven't gotten a single cannon rush. Disappointment. Probe's gonna block the natural hatch. Gonna force Zanster to take the 3rd. And again, we'll see if there's a way for Goblin to try and leverage this. Forcing your opponent to take a base where they may not want it. We saw Hearthstone try and get some adept pressure done, so the glaive adepts could shade between bases and be really annoying. Because there was no connective creep bases quite yet. I don't think that'll happen. I'm not sure how Goblin wants to manage this. He strikes me as somebody who's just going to do a sharp immortal all in, though. There we go. Nexus before core. Full beats. That's pool for Zanster. Gonna go make food. Make a wonderful food. There's the cybernetics core. When that wraps up, we'll know a better idea of what Goblin's plan is. Made a joke in the lobby about game 1 of just hitting Zanster with Marjorie's over and over, which is a very sharp immortal charge lot timing with the Warp Prism. Maybe he'll mix it up here. That is definitely in the toolkit. We'll see. Time will tell once this Cyber Core finishes up, and we'll know based on how hard Goblin wants to probe here. Alright, Ling speed fired up. Lings, all the normal bits of a Zerg opening. Get some defensive Lings, some Queens to inject. Yep, so there is the robotics facility first. Hello, DeLorean. Oh, hello. Hello in 3 minutes, rather, I should say. So we'll see here. What's his gas saturation like? Still full saturated in the main. Continue Necrono workers. If he stops at 32, we will know exactly what the scheme is. I believe there also needs to be a Twilight Council with this for charge. For gas. Right there, though. You see in any minute now. If there's going to be a second... Yeah, there's the Twilight. Okay. It is. Some Lings are going to get in. They're going to get the Scout off. They don't have speed quite yet, but they are going to see everything. Even with the Stalker here to deflect this. So it's a nice pickup for Zanster. He knows now. I expect we'll see a Roach Warren. Roach Warren, G Harding. Maybe a Baneling Nest. There seems to be some dispute on what the best way to deal with this is. Lings actually do get in, though. They're going to surround that probe. Try and get through this Zealot. Forcing probes to be pulled as well. Throwing down a second Cyber Core. Yep. Goblin's like, oh shit, I'm getting Ling flooded. Which I did not recognize either, because I was looking at not looking at the production tab. I was talking about all of the Protoss all-ins that occur right now. This Stalker is doing in work, kiting some of the Lings back. Continuing to Chrono Adepts. There's an Immortal out, but it's not great against Lings. If Lings can get this around, they'll devour that Immortal, even with the Hardened Shields. Trying to kite back in the corner, prevent some of the surface area. Continue to chug away at these Lings. Got this around now. See how many this Immortal can take with him. Gee, there it is. Zanster wins. Game number 2. We got a series. Yesterday we had a lot of 2-1s. Today we've had a lot of 2-0s. We'll move on to game number 3 for all the marbles. Here's game number 3. It will be Cyber Forest. Zanster just getting a cheeky little win in there with the 3-base Sling Flood. And this is still the upper bracket, so neither player, whoever loses this match here, will not be eliminated from the tournament. They will go to the losers bracket. I believe that this is almost in the finals here. Yeah. The winner of this will advance to the semis. Mana winning on the top side, and then the winner of Gerald vs. Sort of will go on to play Petit Drogo. That side of the semis. This side will be either Goblin or Zanster, and either Harstem or Bly. Top side of the bracket. We are underway here. Into game numero tres on Cyber Forest. Another kind of small, very sharp timing attack map. Interesting that these made it through vetoes. Acropolis kind of is. It has a shorter rush distance. It's a little zigzaggy. This is a smaller map though. Alright. In the bottom right hand corner, the red Protoss, hero of my heart. And then the top left, the blue Zerg, the Zerg philosopher himself, is Zanster. We'll see. He was talking about Stoics in chat earlier. Talking about the Stoics. Reminding him of... He's trying to remind himself of the teachings of Marcus Aurelius for when he inevitably loses to all of these super popular Immortal All-Ins. We'll see what he has in store this game, if he's going to try and get a sneaky little Ling Flood in here this time. Goblin not really scouting in this matchup. Throwing down that gate and staying home. He wants this mining worse than he wants anything else. He did throw out a probe in game 2 to get the hatch block and try and scout around a little bit, but he never really followed up or confirmed that there was like a 19 drone Ling Flood-ish. Seedlings. So we'll see. Zanster's a clever guy. He's got something in store here. So is Goblin. Gas pool for both. Zanster, not for both. Goblin can't make hatches or gases or pools, can he? Getting that gateway, Nexus, core. Super stock standard stuff. Goblin knows how to wall on this map. This is such a weird map to wall on, too. You have to get this pylon placement exactly right, or you either screw up your wall or block your hatchery. Look at him go. Look at him go. So now he is going to try and come across here and get a little scouting done. If he leaves, he's just going to screw with the minerals, too. This is one of those things that, like, it doesn't matter too much, but it's so annoying. So annoying. When your drones are ping-ponging around, you're like, dude, come on. Really? Probe is going to steal 5 minerals and abscond with its theft. See that there is, in fact, a drone coming down here. Beat has not started. Okay, so he does see the drones pull off gas. Beat has started. He's not expecting anything super duper weird, like maybe a fast lair for a Nidus. Alright, there's the Robo again for Goblin. He's gone Robo after core. 3 times in a row now. You know, the first couple links coming out, they're going to chase away that probe. Shoot probe. Shoot probe. We don't want you in our... up in our business. Here's the warp gate. Third base on the way for Zanster as well. So we'll see. Maybe this time, Goblin's going to get off his plan of a very sharp immortal timing. Game 1, he bluffed it, and actually it was 2 immortals and a warp prism with the DTs on the other side, and managed to just surprise Zanster with... We didn't have a ton of detection ready. He did scout the Dark Shrine, but I don't think he was ready for the 2 immortals and the warp prism, and he just ended up losing on 2 fronts at once trying to fight that. So here's the warp prism. Here is a Templar Archives. There's another probe on the way. He's stopping at 33 here. No, he's continuing to make 1 probe at a time. 32. There is the warp prism. Twilight Council on the way. Has he pulled off gas? Not really. Adding on gateways. Let's see. Yep, there's charge. Alright, so it is. It is going to be what we expect. He's just got 4 on gas. He's going to chrono out. Probably, it's 2 immortals. He only has 1 so far. Yeah, so he needs enough gas for a 2nd immortal. We've got Eo and Marjorie. Answer slapping down that Roach Warren. I think he's expecting it at this point. He's got the scout off. Not a ton of scouting information. He's just seen the 2nd gateway. No gases in the natural. But they were joking, the players were joking about it before the lobby started, so it's on everyone's mind right now. There's a ton of gateways finishing up. How's a lair? See how well Zanster is pulling these. How well prepared he is. Alright, Link's poking forward. I'm going to see that there is no 3rd yet. Island going to go down and make sure they can't bust in. Stalker. Warping the Zealots at the front. Yeah, so he knows there's 7, 8 roaches in production now. Hopefully they'll be ready in time. It's really these immortals that you have to worry about. The charge zealots get on top of the roaches. They're going to force them to stutter step back just so they don't straight up die to the charge zealots. Alright, here's a lot of lings. This is the start. They get a surround on something, anything. Just start racking up damage. Even though you're going to pick it up and juggle it in this immortal, it's not going to die. You want to try and get it damaged as much as you can for the rest of it. Okay, so we got 3 Ravagers as well. I really like the Ravagers to try and bile down the Warp Prism. Link's trying to come in from the backside, get us around on some of the Zealots. Alright, here we go. It's around the backside. Bile goes down, connects with the Stalker. Gonna juggle these Immortals back. I think Zanster holds this. Like, the Warp Prism with the Immortals is gonna get away for sure. Yeah, but Zanster's held this pretty convincingly. There's 90 supply to 60. The Warping of Zealots. Zanster's continuing to just power out units. He didn't lose too much in that first assault either, so he's gonna continually reinforce what he does have as well. Goblin's gonna try and pick up and go to the main, but the Sling was right there in time to spot that. It's just got a couple roaches and some lings in position. Speedy lings, so fast. So heckin' fast, dudes. Mortal's gonna try and pick off your Ravager, and they will be successful in that endeavor. We just got this line of... Oh, it's staring at this rock like, hey. This is a nice rock. Okay, never mind. Break time's over. Can't stare at the rock anymore. Oh, let's stare at the rock. Nope. Love when zealots stare at rocks. Alright, Immortal's back on the job, though. Rotating around. Zanster continuing to just power out units, not droning. Taking this very seriously. As he should. Goblin is all in. He is as all in as you can all in. Just continuing to warp in zealots with this, trying to keep these two Immortals alive. Let them Regent's shields, get their cooldowns back up. They have their Immortal shield, or hardened shields for the Immortals back available again. Alright, there we go. Triggering the shields, picking up in the Warp Prism. Biles go down on a lot of this. Zealots are starting to melt before they can really get on top of this. Alright, another couple Biles go down, not hitting anything. And start picking up, falling back up this ramp. Is he dead? Is he just dead? These Zealots are just putting in so much work. A couple of them are even forking off to get to the bottom side. That one's going to go down. Okay. Drones are going to be pulled to fight this. Warp Prism is still present in the back. And start whiffing a couple Biles, actually hitting his own Overlords as well. We lost 12 drones in this cycle. I think he's okay. Trying to morph in some Ravagers on those damaged Roaches. Just keep this back. Making sure there's no warp in of Zealots over here. One of those Immortals dangerously low, starting to really get down. Some more Zealots linking up with this. Goblin doesn't really want to see just Warp Prism if he can avoid it. He doesn't want to get sniped by Ravager Biles unless he's very far back like this. Ravagers can't really get to it. Adding on a Stalker as well. Okay. Angels coming out. They're going to see this. Oh, boop. Booped. Alright, continue to pour out units for Zanster. Send the 38 drones. He is ready, willing. Able to fight this. We're gonna see. It's gonna come down to these charges though. Can these? Oh no, these Ravagers a little bit in the front here. You don't want these Chargelets getting in on this. Oh, but the Lings swarm down. They're gonna get us around and pull back a little bit, pulling these Zealots away from the Ravagers. Files go down. Not really connecting with too terribly much. Warp in. Can he get Biles on that Warp Prism before it unsieges? Nope. Cannot. Trying to pull back. Gun down these Zealots if he can. Waiting for reinforcements to pop. Some Lings coming out. He's lost a lot of the Ravagers with this, which are the very expensive gas units. 100 in total for both the Roach and the Ravager morph. That's not great. Zanster is trading out 100 minerals for 100 gas and 100 minerals every time he kills a Ravager. But Zanster's holding this fairly well so far. The damage is starting to rack up a little bit. The first wave looked really good. The second wave, not so great. And he's finding a way to squeak in Roach speed behind this. I think especially the lack of creep here is really hurting him. He's not been able... He's trying to get some creep, I think. No, that Queen's just going back to inject. If he had creep to really pounce on top of this easily, I think he'd be in a better position. Alright, now Zealot's just going to try and charge up this. I think Zanster might be broken here. Some of these Roaches are going to pop soon and reinforce this. Yeah, and he's even pooping creep with this Overlord here. Just to try and get something going. Alright, he's cleaning up some of the Roaches. He's losing more drones yet again, though. 6 going down and counting, trying to fight these Zealots. Clean up another wave of Zealots. To try and pick up these Immortals in the Warp Prism. Taking a little bit of shield damage, but nothing too serious here. And this is the push that just will not go away. And it's forcing Zanster to redrone a little bit here, or else he falls super far behind, which means it's not time he's using to build reinforcements to try and hold this. More and more Zealots continually streaming across the map. Some sentries added in with this. Goblin's gone back to gas a little bit as his main starts to mine out. So that is an open question here. His main can mine out. We're 10 minutes into this push. His bases start to mine out. He's going to have a real problem. Ooh, good bile. Hits one of the Immortals, but these force fields really trapping some of these Roaches back here. It's going to let these Chargelets do work. If Chargelets get on top of the Roaches, they're going to have a bad day. They need creep and they need to stutter step back to really kite this. I think Zanster is dead here. GG, there it is. Goblin wins it 2-1.